Hi everyone, and welcome to my new channel here at Frugal Belle. I'm really excited to start this channel up. I'm going to be doing cash stuffing videos. So if you're not familiar with that, the best way I can explain it is honestly just budgeting with physical money, and the different ways that people do that is using binders and different kind of wallets. So I'm going to be actually doing my first video just kind of introducing myself, but also just showing you guys what binders I will be working with. If you are interested in learning more about me or just following along with my cash budgeting journey, I would love for you to subscribe. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with what I am going to be kind of considering kind of like my wallet binder. I wanted to use something that was a little bit thinner than a regular binder, and I'll show those in a second, but this is going to be kind of what I'm going to be using in terms of like what is my wallet expenses, let's say. I don't know if I would necessarily use this in my actual purse because I actually have a really small wallet that I have been using for a few months now. I'm already kind of used to it, but I still want to obviously like stuff cash in here, so we'll kind of see how that works out. But I did choose like a thinner binder for that purpose, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys my categories. So for my wallet, this is kind of like my weekly expenses. I will be stuffing, well, I should say I get paid every 2 weeks, so this will be whatever I stuff will be what I should be spending in the next 2 weeks. So we have personal, which is going to be anything that I want to spend money on that doesn't have a category in itself. Then we have eating out. We have gas. This is for my car. Then we have groceries, toiletries, miscellaneous. So, and then I have these little like expense trackers that I got like maybe like over a year ago that just fit perfectly in here, so I added in here. I don't remember where I got this from. I got this like I said a long time ago, but that just fit perfectly in there. I don't know if I'll use that because sometimes I do use a separate notebook, but this is gonna be my wallet, so to speak. Next is my bills binder, and I guess I should probably, maybe this will be kind of a segue to kind of introduce myself. I am 28 years old and I live with my family, so I don't actually pay rent, which is very, very grateful. I do pay other things towards like the home and stuff like that, which will kind of be reflected in certain bills. I'm very grateful for my family, and this is just kind of the situation that I'm in right now. So just kind of be mindful of that when I share my bills. Maybe certain bills other people would have that I don't have, but that's just kind of like where I'm at in my life. So monthly bills is my phone bill. We do have like a gas stove, so I do pay for that. I do have a Canva membership, have my car insurance, probably should be doing it this way, car insurance, student loans, gym membership, life insurance, car payment, and then the goal is to eventually get to 1 month ahead. So I put this envelope here, but I don't think I'll be stuffing this anytime soon, but it just made sense to go in this binder. Then next we're gonna go into this green binder, and this is gonna be, I guess the goal for this binder is to be my savings challenges. I don't have any savings challenges that I'm working on necessarily. I did want to film this video even if I didn't have everything kind of like prepped, or just have everything with the way that I would love it to look like, I guess. But this is what this binder is for. I just added some envelopes in the back just in case I do get any savings challenges. My goal right now, if I'm being honest, is to just kind of replenish the savings that I had to use. I was in a kind of a long period of unemployment, and very happy that I now have a job, which is the reason why I wanted to start this channel, was to be able to get back into budgeting. So right now, if I stuff anything towards like savings in general, it's probably just going to go in this binder, but maybe not necessarily towards a challenge. So, and then lastly, we have my black binder here, which is going to be my sinking funds binder. This is the binder that I'm probably going to be stuffing majority of the time, not necessarily a lot of money. because I am considered, I guess, low income, but this is the binder that is just really important. So it's like almost like mini savings accounts for different categories, and of course I'll share that with you guys. But this is the one that I feel like I've kind of like, I don't know, kind of decorated the most, just because I think it's one that I'm probably gonna really be using. So I did make these little dashboards, but this is gonna be low priority envelopes, and then I have a high priority dashboard. So we have adventures, which is like anything that's like that I want to go out and do. Then we have beauty, which would include like haircuts and makeup, skincare, that type of stuff. Church, sometimes there are church events that we are invited to, like for example like potlucks and stuff, and obviously like if I want to, I guess, participate or like bring food, I would have to buy something, like buy ingredients for that. So that's kind of what that's for. Not necessarily like giving, but it could also be for like extra giving, but that's kind of like anything related to church is kind of for that envelope. Clothing, self-explanatory there. Home, anything that I want to buy towards like the house or like my room or office or whatever. Next is self-care. This I want to say is probably more towards like wanting to get like a facial, getting a massage, like that kind of self-care, versus beauty would also just entail like makeup. So then we have our high priority. We have birthday, which is my birthday. I like to spend, or not spend, I like to save money so I can spend. Just something special for my birthday. My birthday is actually in October, so just because of the season of unemployment, obviously everything is empty, but this envelope may not get as stuffed as much as I probably would have in the past, but thankful nonetheless that I could even stuff it. Christmas, I did have some leftover Christmas money from last year actually, and I'm thankful that I was able, like I didn't have to touch that money at all. So I don't have like a slip that kind of indicates that I do have money in the bank, but I'll just kind of start stuffing and then probably update this. But yeah, that's for Christmas. Gifts is anything that is not related to Christmas, so any birthday, baby showers, weddings, like that kind of stuff is what gifts would be for. Medical, anything related to whether it's getting medicine just like over the counter or getting my actual medication, or if I have to go to the doctor, anything like that would be medical. Then we have vehicle, anything related to my car is what this one is for. I don't really break down like for car tags or tires or repairs, like everything just goes in here. And then we have an unexpected, which I think is important because I have these categories here, but maybe I'm missing something or something comes up that it's not in one of these categories. This envelope can be useful for that. So I'm going to be having, I guess, a total of 4, I guess 3 binders if you don't consider this wallet. But this is kind of where I feel like is a good amount. I mean, even with the savings challenge, like if you just had monthly bills and you're sinking funds, I think that's great. Savings challenges just makes saving money a little bit more fun, but this is, I think, going to be all the wallets or binders that I'm going to be using. I know people have different binders for different like scenarios, but I think for me right now, this is what makes the most sense. I at least wanted to make a video to introduce myself, and I hope you guys will consider subscribing. And if you guys are kind of into this content, or if you make similar content, I know there's a lot of cash budgeters out there, I would love to be able to connect. I also am over on Instagram, so I would love to be able to get to know a lot of you in the community. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.